There are moments in our walk with the Lord when the weight of life feels unbearable. Elijah knew that feeling well. After calling down fire from heaven on Mount Carmel, after standing boldly for God in front of the prophets of Baal, he suddenly found himself running for his life. Fear overtook him. Exhaustion crushed him. He sat under a broom tree and prayed that he might die, saying, "I have had enough, Lord." 1 Kings 19:4. But God's response to Elijah's brokenness wasn't condemnation, it was provision. An angel brought him bread and water twice, saying, "Get up and eat, for the journey is too much for you." 1 Kings 19:7. How often in our own despair does the Lord meet us quietly, sustaining us when we feel too weak to move forward? This is the mercy and grace of our God in action, meeting us in the pit, feeding us and strengthening us for what lies ahead. Elijah's journey led him to Mount Horeb, where he sought the Lord's voice. And then came the unforgettable moment. A powerful wind tore through the mountains, but the Lord was not in the wind. An earthquake shook the ground, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. A fire blazed, but the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire came a gentle whisper. When Elijah heard it, he pulled his cloak over his face and went out to stand before the Lord. 1 Kings 19:11-13. Here is the heart of this word for today. In a season of revival, God will shake, burn, and stir the world. But his clearest direction to his people will often come in the still small voice. The wind, the quake, the fire, these can represent the dramatic events in our lives, public displays of God's power. But the whisper represents the intimate guidance of the Spirit, personal, precise, and unmistakable. This revival we're experiencing is not just about miracles and crowds, it's about cultivating a posture where we can hear God in the quiet. In this extended period of mercy and grace, the Lord is calling his people into deeper intimacy. He is preparing his servants not just to witness his power, but to discern his instructions. The whisper told Elijah exactly what to do next. It gave him his assignment, his direction, his purpose for the next season. And it will be the same for us. God's whisper in this hour will send us back into the world with clarity, boldness, and a renewed understanding of our calling. Beloved, in the noise of revival, we must also guard space for silence. In the shaking of the nations, we must tune our hearts to hear the breath of the Spirit. And when we hear his whisper, we must rise and obey. For the Lord is not just pouring out signs and wonders, he is preparing his bride for the final harvest. My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me. John 10:27. In this season of mercy, may we not just be amazed by the fire, may we be moved by the whisper.